How's it going, everybody? Today's video is a challenge put out by Scale Enthusiasm to show your oldest diecast, or as he calls it, the oldest diecast challenge. So let's get to it. Now, to be totally honest and fair, I do not own a lot of older diecast. I used to. What happens with me is I'll do this for a couple years and then I'll get out of it for quite a few years and then I'll get back in it. It's a love-hate thing because I love collecting them. I love hunting them. It's almost like an addiction to me. But after I get so many, I have to start making room because I just don't have the room for them. So, you know, I'll start trading them off, start selling them off and stuff like that. So all my old ones are gone, but I'm starting to redo everything. I'm, hunting down, I'm specializing in one field, which is the Camaro field, but I'm still doing other things. Just giving you a little bit of history on who I am and everything as far as collecting. So, like I said, I'm just getting back into it. I don't have a lot of older cars. I've got a lot of newer stuff, but I do have two that's relatively old, and I'm going to show them to you now. One of them, which was my first pickup first old car since getting back into the hobby, is this one, the Poison Pinto. There's just something about the looks of it, that green color with that big block engine sticking up out of it, the blower and everything. I'm a muscle car guy, so I currently own two Camaros, a 1993 and a 2012 SS. But with that stated, I really love older muscle cars, and this one is just, I don't know, it's just one of my favorites. There's a couple castings of it out there. You could get it with a Hulk on the side of it, you can get it in red, you can get it in black, but it was only offered in green its first year out. And as you can tell, this one is in excellent shape. This one has not been redone, it has not been restored. As you can see, still got the original green post in it and everything. But I mean, it's just, this one is in really good shape. I have another one. I bought two of these off of eBay at the same time. Same dealer. It was a 2-for-1 auction. One of them was a little rougher and one of them was this one. The one that was a little rougher, it's not that bad. But when I got it, the wheels wouldn't roll or anything. I got them to roll. And the paint shows the little signs on the corners of being wore. You can see, dang, you can see one little speck right there that's missing on this casting. And it's just an overall great little car. I mean, I really like it, and I will never do anything to this one. This one will stay as is. Now my other one, I don't know, I may customize it, I might resto mod it, I might paint it a different color and put Poison Pinto updated version decals on it. I just don't know with this one. But this one is one of my older ones, and it happens to be a 1976 model. Yep, 76. I was 10 years old then. But this is just one of my favorite castings. Like I said, it's in very, very good shape. Very minimal wear or damage anywhere. And I keep this one over here on my shelves and everything. Just as a centerpiece, if you will. Now, next up is my oldest one. When I got it, it looked rough. It looked like a school kid painted it. It was all red and everything. I actually did a video on how to find out the original color of the car, and if you're interested in that, look at my playlist and everything, and it's very easy to find. But here it is. Of course, it's going to be a Camaro. It is the 1974 Heavy Chevy, and you can actually see it in the background. This is what it looked like when it came to the store straight from Mattel. That's what it looked like. Like I said, this one was painted solid red. It had a few missing flakes here and there to where I thought that was the original color, but I wasn't certain. So I removed the paint with nail polish remover and everything, and came up. And I'll insert a few pics showing as I go if I feel I need to. But this is the car that I got. This is the casting. And what makes this one, like I said, it's a 1974 Heavy Chevy. But what I like about this one compared to others that you can find on eBay and offer up in places like that, this one doesn't have a lot of clay damage, if you will. Yes, it's been played with, I know that. But there's not a lot of pitting on it. There's not a lot of gouges on it. There's not a lot of scratching on it. The body itself, even though it looks rough with the paint and everything that's on it, you can tell it's not being hit in the back by another car or anything like that. Although the paint looks rough, the body itself is basically in mint condition. And it's just, me being a Camaro guy, this is one of my favorite cars, my favorite castings, and this was on my bucket list of cars that I wanted. And I'm just not going to pay a couple $100 for one that's in good shape. I'm not going to do that. And I figured, well, when I first got back into this, I was like, I'm not paying that kind of money for a car like this. It's just going to be out of my reach. Well, then I discovered through people like Paul Udelis or Diecast Graveyard or Somo Diecast, or yeah, there's so many great channels out there that restore these cars. I found out through them that you can still get parts, you can still do this car to make it look like the one that you see in the background. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the decals, I'm going to get the paint, I'm going to try to do electroplating and see if I can, zinc plating, I'm sorry, and get that engine looking back like new. If I can't, then I will buy a new one, because you can actually buy new engines. Or I'll just have to make an executive call and say, well, I'm going to leave that as is, and just leave that as part of the original. But here's the bottom of it. As you can see, it's got the straight through axle design through the wheels. Got the holes in the wheels, so there's no old 68, 69 type torsion suspension. And although it says 1969 on the base, right there, you can see the C beside it, which stands for copyright. That's when the car was first designed and made. They copyright protected it, and that's the design. People see that and they think that that means that this is a 1969 car. It is not a 1969 car. By doing due diligence and research, it's very, very easy to find out that this is a 1974 casting of a 1967 Camaro. It's just, you have to do your due diligence when you do these things and you go to selling them and everything. You can really get messed up very easily. But you need some tender love. When I have it apart, I'm going to make the decision, because I am going to restore this one. I'm going to make the decision on whether trying to re-chrome those wheels or replace it. And, I'm going to repaint it, put the new decals on it, and make it look like it's supposed to be. Now, the one in the background, I am not 100% certain if the engine bay is supposed to be painted or if it is supposed to do this. When it comes that time, I'm going to have to really research it, because I believe it's supposed to be bare metal like that. But I can't swear to it. At that time, when I get ready to actually build it, I'll know 100%. And we'll go whatever direction that's supposed to go. No, there will not be a lot of modern touch-up on it, like painting the radiator silver if I paint the engine bay or anything like that, or painting the valve covers or the belt or the blower. Nope. It's going to look just like the one in the background. It's going to look like it just came from Mattel. And that's why it's called a restoration. Not a resto mod, not a custom. It's going to be a restoration, because this is going to be my first one as far as the older cars that I'm doing. And I want it to be one of the high points of my collection, so that's why I'm doing it. Because like I said, the body is in great condition. All it needs is a little TLC. Now here's my other 1976 Porsche Pinto. Like I was telling you, you can see more wear on this one. The paint is kind of flat looking. I could probably bring back a lot of the shine by hitting it with some car polish, but you can tell it's being played with. Paint missing around the headlights, along the front of the window there, at the top of it. The engine is flat looking, compared to this one. You can see how shiny the engine is compared to that one. The paint, you can tell just the paint on this one is just so much more vibrant than this one. But don't let that take away from this one. This is an excellent find too. And I got both of these at a really, really good deal. I was tickled to get both of them. But I'm going to show this with some love. You can count on it. It's going to get some love. But that's the 2 oldest cars that I have in my collection as of right now. What's the 2 oldest that you have in your collection? I'd like to thank Scale Enthusiasm again for putting out this challenge. And I challenge you, do a video and then let everybody know. Post a link in either my video or in Scale Enthusiasm video saying, hey, here's my video on my old cars. Please be sure to check them out. And I'll be certain to. But I just want to say thank you again, Scale Enthusiasm, and we'll see you in the next video. Get out there and keep collecting. Thank you for watching.